Hey everybody, Mr. Odom here, and I've got some problems I need your help with. We're looking at section 4.3, and got four problems here. You'll need your pencil, composition book, or notebook paper to take notes, and you might need a calculator for this, for some of these problems. The learning target for this video is I can solve inequalities using multiplication and division. And we have solved some problems like this before. These are a little bit different. So I want to point out this piece over here that talks about the common error that you see sometimes when we try to solve inequalities. And so remember, a negative sign in an inequality, that's hard to say, does not necessarily mean that you must reverse this inequality symbol. There's really only one time you're going to do it, and you will reverse the inequality symbol only when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. So if you multiply or divide both sides by a positive number, if you add a positive number or negative number, or you subtract a positive number or a negative number, you leave the sign alone. Don't change it. Only when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, that is when you will change the inequality symbol and reverse it so it goes the other direction. So let's take a look at that. So here we have a problem. Negative 7w is greater than 49. And I go through my process. I want to get w by itself. So I divide by negative 7. Divide by negative 7. All right. And here we go. We're canceling. I get w. Now look what I'm doing here. I am dividing by a negative number. So when I divide by a negative number, I change the direction of the inequality sign. And if you want more detail on that, you can go back to when I taught this second lesson for section 4.3, and I talk about why you have to change the inequality symbol and make it go the other direction. All right, so you have to change it so this becomes negative 7. And we can graph this. You guys know how to graph this. We've been practicing our graphing. Here's negative 7 over here. Here's 0. And w is less than that. So I'm going to pick all values to the left of negative 7. And I don't shade in the circle because it's just less than negative 7. All right, so let's look at number 30. I'll write this one down. Negative 9 is less than negative, let me put some space here, negative 1/5 x. So notice I'm multiplying the variable by a fraction. So if I want that fraction to go away, I need to multiply by the reciprocal of that fraction, which would be negative 5/1. Because now the 5 cancels, the negative times negative is a positive, and I'll end up with x by itself. So I need to multiply this side also by negative 5. And negative 5 times negative 9 is a positive number. It's 45. Notice I'm multiplying by a negative number. Okay, so when I multiply by a negative number, I have to change the direction of the inequality sign. So 45 is bigger than any number I could pick for x. Another way to look at that is x is less than 45. Okay, and you guys know how to graph that. There's 0, there's 45, put a circle around it. X is less than that, so I go to the left to show all those solutions. Okay, let's look at a couple more. Here's number 32. 32 is negative 2 times d is greater than or equal to 26. I divide both sides by -2. That cancels the -2 in the numerator. So leaves D all by itself. And I have to change the direction of the inequality sign because I'm dividing by a negative number. And so this is -13. And then we can graph this one. Here's -13 over here. And here's 0. I go ahead and draw a circle around that, and I go up and to the left. Do I shade it in? Yes, I do, because it's also equal to -13. All right. And number 34. One more to go. K is divided by 0.25 or 0 and 25 hundredths. That is less than or equal to 36. What do? Well, I multiply this side by negative 0.25. I'll put it over 1 so I can see that cancellation that's going to go on there. And that leaves it with K by itself. But I also have to multiply this side. And when I'm doing this multiplication, I have to remember to change the direction of the inequality sign because I am multiplying by a negative number. So 36 times 0.25 is negative, because positive times negative is negative, -9. And let's graph this one, box around it. Here is -9. There's 0 on this number line. And this time I'm going to go up and to the right to represent the greater than piece, and then equal. It is equal, so I just shade that in. Okay, so there's a few more problems there where we solve inequalities. Remember, when you multiply or divide, this is important right here. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to reverse the inequality symbol. Okay, that's all I got. Hopefully that was helpful. If you got questions, bring them to class. I'd love to help you. And so I'm taking off for now. Hope you guys have a good day. You're awesome. Bye.